All right, y'all, put your microphones on. Turn on your microphones. Turn on your microphones.
You going? When you leaving? Tuesday. Starts Wednesday, right? What day is it? Today's the 10th. Next Wednesday.
We call this meeting to order. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Can we please stand for the invocation? Eternal and Almighty God, we come before you in gratitude for life, for liberty, and for the sacred responsibility of serving the people of this great city. We pause to acknowledge your presence in this room, for without your guidance, our decisions are empty, our efforts fall short. Lord, we take a moment to honor the brave men and women who have worn the uniform for this nation. We especially remember those who've served during the Vietnam War, which is celebrating 50 years. Those who return home with silent wounds, and those who never returned home at all. As we mark the 50th anniversary of this war's end, we thank you for their courage, their endurance, their love for this country. May we never forget the price they paid for the freedoms we enjoy. And Lord, we also lift up our nation. We pray for an end to the government shutdown that has placed so many lives in limbo. Remind our leaders, for the highest office to the very chamber we stand in, that leadership is not about politics, but it's about the people. Because some of us who make decisions don't know what it feels like to go without food, to miss a paycheck, to wonder how the lights will stay on. But many of the people who elected us do. They are the ones feeling the burden, and they are the ones depending on our courage and compassion to make things right. So Lord, give us wisdom that listens, hearts that care, and hands that are willing to work for the common good. Bless this city. Bless our veterans. Bless the families who sacrifice quietly every day. And bless this community we love. And when we leave this place, let our words and actions reflect the light of your justice, the warmth of your mercy, and the strength of your love. And it's in your name that I pray. Amen. We will now be led in with our Pledge of Allegiance by Master Sergeant Reggie German, United States Air Force.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. As I said in the prayer, we are celebrating 50 years ago, the Vietnam War has ended. And so we honor those who served our country. Next, we will go to council. If you don't mind, I'd like to add the resolution number 2025-46. It's a resolution to recognize Pastor Bill Monroe to the agenda and move it up on the agenda.
So moved.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next, I would also need to move up resolution number 2025-41 and resolution number 2025-42 up on our agenda if there's no objections. Thank you so much. Next, we will have honors and recognitions. Recognitions. Robert Holland, 30 years in the fire department.
Thank you, Robert Holland, again, here at Fire Department on November 13th, 1995. So we signed the station 111. After being there a short while, he met a new firefighter who turned out to be one of the best farmers he ever met named Shannon. I don't know how they got in there, but it got there somehow. In September 98, he was promoted to driver. October of 20, he was promoted to lieutenant. He's been here a long while, so he had a lot of promotions. July of 05, he was promoted to captain. And in October of 2012, he was promoted to his current position for packet chief for shift 3, in which he runs the entire shift for that day and the day off. You know, Robbie's known as a good firefighter, and the way that comes about, the fire department has a culture, and inside that culture, one of the greatest honors you can get is to be called a good firefighter, and that's done by your peers. You know, everybody starts off with the same training, they start off with the same classes, and it doesn't matter whether you're a chief or you're a firefighter. If your name's brought up, you're called a good firefighter. That's the compliment, and I can tell he's a good firefighter. So help me congratulate him. Thank you.
Next, we will have Conchetta Burrows, 10 years, police department.
Conchetta began her career in the police department in 2015, working in our telecommunications unit. She handled calls from the public and supported the patrol division by processing their reports and other daily paperwork, where she saw a whole lot of bad handwriting. Over time, she transitioned into our records unit, collaborating with the team there to ensure that the department consistently met state and federal reporting standards. She now assists the public with their records requests. So if you ever call for a report, probably Conchetta you spoke with. In her time with the city, Conchetta has demonstrated exceptional skill as an assistant agency coordinator for the NCIC, and she's played a vital role in training new administrative employees for their certifications. Her commitment to professional growth and her dedication to serving both the department and the community are greatly appreciated.
Council, I was moving so fast, we did not approve the minutes for October 13th. What say ye?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Next, we have our fall 2025 Youth City University graduation.
Mayor, if I may say a few words about
Sure.
City University. We just completed our 3rd year of City University. We're really proud of this program. We have strengthen relationships with the community, connecting with people more intimately. We're super excited that this is our first City Youth University that we did this fall. And it was so well received that we plan on continuing that as we move forward. We will be starting back in 2026 with our spring session for adults, and then we'll revisit with our youth again in the fall of 2026. So look forward to recognizing these young folks that completed the course today.
Great.
So as I call your name, if you would please come up front and stand with the mayor, and if you'll all stay up front, we'll take a group picture. I might add too, before I start calling names, we were also really glad that we had representation from every high school. We had some representation from private school and homeschool as well. So we had a really diverse group of young folks. Jacob Benjamin. Matthew Benjamin. London Cameron. Kingston Cooper. Sally Camille Davis. Malik Harris. Caden Laws. Alvis Lee. Emerald Mason. Laith Ransom. Titus Ransom. Tavares Singley. Annabelle Slice. And Daniel Weatherford. One more round of applause for our 2026 Fall Youth City University.
They won't bite. They won't bite. Turn your right shoulder out on this side. And y'all got to come in. Come on in.
All right, y'all turn your left.
Can you get us? Is it small? Yep. Hey, right shoulder that way and come in. Like that, because we need to live that way. Turn your shoulder.
No, I gotta go to Hawaii.
Left shoulder. Left shoulder. And then come in. And then come in. Come in so she can get the picture. All right. All right.
Emerald and Albus, if y'all could just step out so we can see Councilman McKay back there, then we're perfect. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay, we had someone say they want a moment on the floor, and I'm going to give it. Be kind. Yes. Right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to just take a moment to say thank you for City University. It was a fantastic time to learn, fantastic time in general. I'd like to say thank you to each division that came out to speak with us, the time they spent teaching us. I have learned a lot from each division. I cannot say I can say I've learned a lot more throughout these last couple times I've heard speaking directly with these people than I would out of a book reading about it. Really hearing these firsthand understandings. I've learned a lot. And I'd like to give a special thank you to Miss Mackey. It was fantastically organized. I would not have known this was our first time. She was very organized and it was fantastic. But overall, I'd like to say it was a great time and I've learned a lot. I look forward to learning more next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Giving them an opportunity to leave right now. I can do. Okay. Okay. So, council, we're going to move to our resolutions. The first resolution, let's go to it, is resolution number 2025-42. It's a resolution of recognition, 41, 2025-41. It's a recognition for sculptor Alex Poltrovich and his contributions to the city of Florence.
So moved.
Second.
A resolution of recognition for sculptor Alex Polkovich and his contributions to the city of Florence. Whereas Mr. Alex Polkovich is the retired global operations officer for MRI for General Electric Company, which brought him to Florence, and an internationally acclaimed sculptor whose artistry and vision have brought lasting beauty and cultural significance to the city of Florence. And whereas Mr. Polkovich has worked tirelessly with community members, helping them realize their full artistic potential and generously sharing his incredible talent with the Florence community through the sculpting of numerous bronze statues, most notably his works displayed at the Florence Veterans Park. And whereas among these works are the Home Safe Monument, Alone with Memories Monument, Eagle Monument, World War II statue, and numerous other distinguished pieces that stand in solemn tribute to the men and women who have served in the armed forces of the United States. And whereas beyond Veterans Park, Mr. Polkovich has further enriched the cultural and civic landscape of Florence through additional public sculptures, including representations of many notable Florentines, including William H. Johnson, Dr. R.N. Beck, Senator Hugh Leatherman, and Beverly Hazelwood and Star Ward, prominently displayed in downtown Florence. And whereas through his dedication and craftsmanship, Mr. Polkovich has contributed immeasurably to the city of Florence, sharing his artistic talents, energy, and endless enthusiasm in creating enduring works of art that inspire community pride, reflection, and unity for residents and visitors alike. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of Florence, South Carolina, does hereby recognize and honor Alex Polkovich for his remarkable artistic achievements and his invaluable contributions to the Florence Veterans Park and the community at large. Resolved this 10th day of November, 2025.
Council, we've got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes? Mr. Alex? And our sponsor is Councilman Jabali.
Congratulations.
So if I could add something, Madam Mayor. not only are there so many people here in the audience in attendance today here to support Alex and to help recognize Alex, but he doesn't realize this, but through live streaming, there's people all over England as well as Israel watching today and in recognition of it. So your family is watching. So thank you to all who came today to celebrate Alex. Thank you. You want to speak? And just in case you're wondering, the statue in the corner is the Alone with Memories. Did you do that, Ms. Wright?
Yes, Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington.
These are Alex's works as well, right here in our chambers, Alex.
I'm honored and privileged to receive this award. And first of all, I would like to say for you, I lived in 5 countries in my life. And the best part of my life, it was all in Florence. I was here around 20 years, came to General Electric and made my life in sculpture, where I was dreaming from childhood to make it. So thank you very much for everything. Florence, you are brilliant. You were spectacular to me. It is the best part of my life. Thank you much.
Next on our agenda, we're going to move to resolution number 2025-46. It's a resolution of recognition for Pastor Bill Monroe, honoring his dedicated service as one of the longest serving pastors in the Florence area. Let's give them a moment to leave, so we'll move on right after that. Okay, what say ye?
So moved.
Second. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 2025-46 is sponsored by Councilman Braddock, a resolution of recognition for Pastor Bill Monroe, honoring his dedicated service as one of the longest-serving pastors in the Florence area. Whereas Pastor Bill Monroe has faithfully served the citizens of Florence for 56 years, providing Christian service, discipleship, education, and the sharing of the gospel of Christ through the ministries of Florence Baptist Temple and Florence Christian School, both of which he founded. And whereas Pastor Monroe founded Florence Baptist Temple in November 1969, holding the church's first service in an abandoned theater with just 18 attendees, demonstrating remarkable faith, vision, and commitment to serving his community. And whereas under his leadership, Florence Baptist Temple has grown into a thriving congregation with a large campus and extensive ministry program, faithfully carrying out its mission of preaching Christ and meeting the spiritual needs of the community. And whereas in 1972, Pastor Monroe established Florence Christian School to provide a biblically based education, beginning with 54 students and growing to nearly 600 students in grades K-3 through 12, shaping generations of young people through academic excellence and Christian values. And whereas through Florence Baptist Temple's many ministries, including its Reformers Unanimous Addiction Recovery Program, Pastor Monroe and his congregation have offered hope, restoration, and service to countless individuals and families in the Florence area. And whereas in November 2025, Florence Baptist Temple celebrated its 56th anniversary, continuing to reflect the enduring vision and faithfulness of Pastor Monroe's leadership and the church's ongoing commitment to preaching Christ. And whereas Pastor Monroe's lifetime of ministry, mentorship, and community service stands as an inspiring example of faith in action, strengthening the spiritual and moral fabric of the Florence community. Now therefore be it resolved that the City Council of Florence, South Carolina does hereby honor Pastor Bill Monroe for his extraordinary leadership, lifelong service, and enduring legacy to the church, community, and beyond. Resolved this 10th day of November, 2025.
So, Pastor works for an audience of one, and for what he does not, to the best of my knowledge, from what I've seen and experienced, want recognition for that, except for the one that he primarily serves, and that's our Lord and Savior. I was introduced to the ministry of Florence Baptist Temple through the RU ministry, the addictions ministry, where I found victory over my opioid addiction and found, more importantly, a daily personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Since then, we've become members, and I've had children baptized there. Pastor, he performed the service for our daughter Hope, who passed away. Our kids have gone to Florence Christian School there. We're members there. My wife teaches 4K at Florence Christian School. So to say that outside of the Lord, he has used your ministry to be of such impact to my family, but to several families in Florence, and we're very grateful. Thanks.
If you don't mind, I want to get Chris, come up here, because Chris kind of started a lot of this, so I'm gonna put you in it so we can. I like to put people on the spot. Thank you so much. Would you care to say anything?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, I'm a little bit shocked here. I received an email that told me to come because they were honoring Alex. And that's all I needed to do, and I come in, and then I began to spill the beans. And then I think also a couple other people did. Council, thank you very much. I appreciate this with each of you. I won't take your time to shake everybody's hand, but I will. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I simply want to say, I get the attention for a moment, but I serve a wonderful congregation of hundreds of people. They're very faithful. They're very committed to the Lord. Some of them are here today. And, of course, above all, I believe the glory ought to go to the Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, and to the Lord himself. So thank you very much.
And Pastor Monroe,
Yes.
just one other thing. You have a wonderful piece of work of art at your church. That's also work that Alex did, the sower.
The sower.
So when I ride past on Irby Street, it's another reflection. But congratulations on myself, and I'm sure all of us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Council, we will have next resolution number 2025-42. This is a resolution of recognition for Wilson High School Marching Band for being named the 2025 SCBDA High Stepping Band State Champion. What say you?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposes? The ayes have it.
Resolution number 2025-42 is sponsored by Councilman McCall, a resolution recognizing the Wilson High School Marching Tiger Pride Band as the 2025 South Carolina Band Directors Association 3A, 4A Traditional High Step State Marching Band Champions. Whereas the City Council of the City of Florence desires to recognize and honor outstanding achievements by local students and organizations that bring pride and distinction to our community. And whereas the Wilson High School Marching Tiger Pride Band has demonstrated exceptional musicianship, leadership, and teamwork throughout the 2025 marching band season. And whereas under the leadership of band director Jared Dees and the dedicated band staff, the Marching Tiger Pride Band competed in the South Carolina Band Directors Association Traditional High Step State Marching Band Championships and earned the prestigious title of 3A, 4A Traditional High Step State Marching Band Champions. And whereas this historic achievement marks the first state championship title earned by any band from Wilson High School or Florence One schools, and whereas this success is the result of countless hours of rehearsal, discipline, and commitment from the students, Director Dees, and the band staff who have devoted themselves to musical excellence. And whereas the members of the Marching Tiger Pride Band have brought great honor to Wilson High School, Florence One schools, and the entire city of Florence through their outstanding performance and representation of our community. Now therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Florence, South Carolina does hereby recognize and congratulate the Wilson High School Marching Tiger Pride Band for being named the 2025 SCBDA 3A 4A Traditional High Step State Marching Band Champions. Resolved this 10th day of November 2025.
How's everybody doing this afternoon? All right, I just want to just say how much I appreciate the council for recognizing the hard work and dedication of the Wilson High School Marching Tiger Pride Band. And as the gentleman stated earlier, even though I am the face of the organization, this award, this resolution is a testament of all the hard work and countless hours that the students have put in, the support from the parents, the support from the community, the support from the school, the support from Florence One schools. And band takes a lot of moving parts in order for that organization to be successful. So I just want to say how much I appreciate the village that we have that helped us be as successful as we are. And again, thank you for the resolution.
Yes. All right, next, council, we will go to appearance before council, and that's Ms. Gina Gilliard to speak to council regarding drainage issue on her property. Ms. Gilliard.
Hi, thank you for allowing me to come. I was such a happy occasion. I'm sad to discuss this, but it's a necessity. For 2 years, I've been having problems trying to get help with the drainage that's coming from the drain pipes. And for 2 years, I've spoken to Mr. Davis and Clint Moore. And you talk about veterans. I owned the house for 7 years, and I sold it to my daughter in 2021. She is a veteran, and they were very strict about making sure the property was at its peak. What happened was somebody behind the homes built a structure, a bridge or something, I don't know, but it caused it to clog. My water has nowhere to go. I have pictures, and it's depreciating the value of the house every time it rains. And you mentioned about the government shutdown. I am a part of the VA caregiver. My daughter's 100% disabled. I had to call her fiduciary to get $3,600 to put up a barrier because our water was getting eroded. I'm in the water from the drain. All I asked them to do is either clog the drain, send somebody out, and fix the problem. I can't afford to be using this money which is her money, which is to buy dirt. I hired someone. I have the receipts and the pictures. I didn't know who to leave them with. This was going on since 2024. We're now on the eve of 2026. Problems do not disappear. I appreciate veterans, whether or not my daughter's a veteran or not. I appreciate policemen. My brother's a retired policeman. The other one is retired policeman working as a fireman. I work hard. I'm a licensed insurance agent for 24 years. I don't like being ignored for 2 years coming up here. I'm nervous about being here this morning. I've never been to a meeting. Something has to be done. This is not a small problem. Waters from other people's homes are coming through the drain and it has nowhere to go. Chemicals are eating the grass, and I was going to have the water tested. This house is not a particularly glamorous home, but it is ours. And so only thing I'm asking is that the people in charge to come out, they did send someone out during the summer, but they didn't want to go back in the woods because they were afraid of snakes. So the city did send someone out. It's getting ridiculous. And I'm not going to take up 5 minutes. Just, I can leave this with whoever, or leave it back upstairs. Just have someone to please be respectful. I service people too, and want to protect our home. And it is deteriorating, and the value's coming down, and plus the chemicals from other people's homes and yards are getting in our
I've got a question.
Sure.
What you're talking about is not at where the property connects with the lines. It is where you're saying that it's behind and it's on the property. And
It's a street thing. And it's growing.
It's not clogged. You're talking about this?
Yes. When I bought it, you see that thing, that barrier? When I bought it, it was full of grass. I didn't have to have a barrier. So for some reason, that hole is just spitting out water and not having anywhere to go. And it just gets larger and larger and larger. So
Okay.
I have several other pictures that I could leave.
Madam Mayor.
Pro Tem Bailey.
Well,
Ms. Gilliard,
yes, sir.
may we have your address, please?
Yes. I have a copy. I can leave that.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. What's the address?
1564 Poinsett.
Okay. Thank you. This will give us information to be able to speak with the city manager.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm very again sorry because this was, I enjoy being here. This was a happy occasion.
Thank you.
And my daughter is a veteran, so.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Next, we have ordinance and position, bill number 2025-40. It's the second reading. An ordinance to annex and zone RG-3, the third phase of Smithfield subdivision, identified as Florence County Tax Map number 00100-01-384 to 00100-01-443 and 00100-01-093.
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have Bill number 2025-41. It's the second reading, an ordinance to annex and zone NC-6.2, the parcel located at 922 West Sumter Street, identified as Florence County Tax Map number 90060-09-037.
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Next, council, we will move to introduction of ordinance. This is Bill number 2025-42. It's a first reading. It's an ordinance to annex and zone NC-6.3 South Irby Street, identified as Florence County Tax Map number 00152-01-029.
Second.
All those in favor? I'm sorry, wait a minute. Let's let Jerry talk.
Thank you, Mayor. This property is located along South Irby Street. It does have frontage on South Irby Street. It is near the intersection of Irby Street and Rosemount. The proposed zoning is NC 6.3, which provides for a range of housing products from single family up to multifamily. Planning Commission did approve a townhome complex as part of their recommendation to this, contingent upon annexation and zoning. And city, they did also recommend the zoning of NC 6.3, and city water service is currently available. However, the developer is responsible for providing a private lift station and easement to accommodate sewer access for this property. It does currently have an old home on it, which will be demolished prior to the construction of the townhomes. And this concludes staff's report.
Thank you so much. What say you? All those in favor? You need discussion? Anybody need to discuss? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposes? The ayes have it. Next, we will move to introductions of resolutions. Resolution number 2025-43, a resolution to proclaim December 5th, 2025 as Arbor Day in the city of Florence.
So moved.
Second.
Are we reading this? Or you said present to the we're presenting this to our city department, our Recs department. Congratulations. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. On December the 5th at Dr. Isla Jones Park Community Center, on the park itself, we will have our annual Arbor Day celebration. We will have our Parks Commission, a part of that program, as well as Francis Marion's Environmental Studies Club will be also assisting us. We will be celebrating and planting a magnolia tree there on the park, and that will begin at 10 a.m. on December the 5th, 10 a.m., 608 East Maxwell Street. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, council, we have resolution number 2025-44, a resolution authorizing the city manager to appropriate funds to local food banks in response to the federal government shutdown and the ending of SNAP benefits. What say you?
I make a motion to amend.
Okay.
All right, I move to amend the resolution to increase the Yep, I move to amend the resolution to increase the total amount from 60,000 to 65,000, and to allocate 15,000 to the following four local organizations: Florence Manor House, Harvest Hope Food Bank, Senior Citizen Association, and My Brother's Keeper. The remaining 5,000 shall be left to the discretion of the city manager to distribute to other community organizations directly affected by the federal government shutdown. However, in light of reports this morning that an agreement has been reached in principle to end the federal shutdown, the city manager is further authorized to suspend or reallocate these funds as appropriate if the shutdown does not persist.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
That may I vote on the as
And
amended.
now we've got to vote on as amended, right?
Yeah.
So a motion was done.
Okay, so that's
Has to amend what was presented before you, so that actually it's fine as a motion.
okay.
As is. Okay. Thank you so much. Next, we will have reports to council. Am I going? Well, you know what? Let me get, I'm on my old notes. Let me get what's going on over here. I'll get it right here. The new one. Okay. This is resolution number 2025-45, a resolution approving downtown redevelopment grant for the second quarter fiscal year 2026. This will be taken up in executive session. Okay, now we can go to reports to council. Appointments to boards and commission will be done in executive session. And then we will have a report on the towing ordinance.
Madam Mayor, before they proceed, may I make a quick statement?
Yes, you may.
Sure. So, and thank you, Clint, and to Chief for definitely looking into this issue. But I just want to say on the record, before they give an update, is that over the last 2 years, I've been getting a lot of complaints about hereditary towing here in the city of Florence in particular, and since I posted on Facebook, a lot of people have reached out to me even more, indicating about some of the I guess say predatory practices that have been going on. In a nutshell, what I've been gathering is we've been seeing where people was getting charged almost double the maximum amount of money at all times of nights, and their cars are being taken to these private lots, and particularly they're young women who's been taken advantage of by some of these tow truck companies. They're when the cap is $170, they're telling them, well, you pay me $300. And then if they question them, then they'll decide to lower their fees. But if there was no questions asked, well, what I've been gathering is they've been getting fees in upward of $250 to $300. And in this day and age, when affordability is a major problem in the city and also this country, I want us to be able to take a look at and definitely end these predatory practices. And just from small statements, I had a Charisma Peterson, Gregory Jordan, Mitria Dawes, Tania Bradford, a Rashad Johnson, Alasia Johnson, a Demetrius Chandler, a Rashira, didn't get her last name, a Michelle Gibson, a Shakayla Felder, a Denisha Law, Elise Wheeler, a Jaquetta Pompey, Adriana Johnson, a Jayla Linnea, and a Kenyatta McCall, no relations. But again, all of these people have very similar situations where their cars are getting towed, taken to private lots, and being basically held for ransom for amounts of money that is outside of the cap of what the city allows. So again, I want to implore the staff for definitely taking a look into this, but I think we have to definitely get ahead of these predatory towing, and let them know that here in Florence we won't allow that to happen. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilman, Mayor, and Council. We have, during the discussion at the Finance Committee, we spoke about two amendments in particular addressing some of the notification requirements that some of these companies have to do when they tow a vehicle between them and our police department. So we're looking into that language as well as a few others. But this also led to a little bit of a discovery that we need to bring our current ordinance and the state law more in line with one another. So we are currently putting together those amendments and working on the areas that we can align better with the state law. And once we get that first draft, we'll bring it before the Finance Committee, work with our city attorney, and bring it forward after that. So, but if anybody has any current questions regarding the current ordinance, we have Chief Starling here to address those if there are any questions.
I got one follow-up I did forgot to mention. In actuality, since this was brought up, one of the tow truck companies reached out to me and to the chairman of county council. We had a phone conversation in which she basically admitted, yeah, I've known for years that it's not our tow truck company that's doing it, but a lot of other tow truck companies are doing this type of practice. And so for her to even mention that and to know what's going on, I think it's incumbent upon us to protect our citizens and make sure they're not getting taken advantage of.
Councilman Smith?
I guess this is more for the interim chief. When a tow company violates our codes or our ordinances, what are the steps that the police department takes?
So as long as we're notified, obviously by the citizen, if they're aware or they believe they've been overcharged or predatory towing is happening, they just need to contact us. We will have to look at the ordinance and make sure that it's not being followed. And once that case happens, we can charge the tow operator as well as a business owner, which seems to be kind of the confusion in some of this. Is certain businesses have agreements with tow truck companies about towing from commercial property. But there are certain standards and guidelines they have to meet, so we would have to investigate as to whether those guidelines were met and it was on the tow truck operator or if it's on the business as well. Ultimately, both could be charged under our city ordinance as well.
And for clarity, and I'm kind of clarifying what Councilman McCall said, our maximum during the day is $135. Am I saying that correct?
I believe that's correct.
And then after hours, they can charge an additional $35?
Correct.
All right, so the amount of $300 is inadequate to charge someone for towing?
That is correct.
All right, thank you.
Councilwoman Neesmith?
Do we have the name of the towing company that's out here doing this?
I'm not sure.
I'm not aware of the specific one.
Nobody giving out names?
Councilman Braddock.
Councilman Braddock?
So this is like a contracted rate that the city has with people that tow when we call for them to tow a vehicle, correct?
No, so this is specifically speaking to commercial or private property towing. We have a rotational tow that the city uses when it's involving law enforcement direction, whether for a collision or a disabled vehicle. That's a completely separate rate. That is mandated by the South Carolina Department of Public Safety, and we follow their fee schedule for that. So I believe the issues at hand that we're facing are more of commercial private property.
I got you. I'm just wondering how like the amount is set. How is that dollar figure determined?
So that's listed in our city ordinance. It's determined by council.
All right, but how do we determine it? Like, what are the costs? I don't even know how much does it cost to tow a car. You know what I mean? What are the costs to the providers? I guess they can either accept it or not, the fee that we charge or not.
Correct. They understand operating within the city that's the ordinance they have to abide by, so they can accept to do that tow or not. I would say it probably has been some time since it's been addressed, and it's probably worth looking at. I personally would probably raise the rate at this point.
I mean, I definitely don't want to put people in a bad situation, but if we're setting a price, and we set it 10 years ago, or how do we? Was it the industry standard at the time, or you know what I mean? I don't want us to get into a situation where we can't get people to tow cars because our fees aren't in line with the industry standard.
I believe we're still fairly close to industry standard where we'd be. Like you said, it's up to that tow company. What we're addressing in this is not only fees, but the other aspects of predatory towing. When a vehicle's towed, it's supposed to be towed directly to a lot that is where the business is operated, and we have to make sure that companies are not, as Councilman McCall stated, just taking a car, holding it somewhere close by just for the money and bringing it right back. That is also against the ordinance and the state law.
Councilman Smith?
All right, just one last question. I forgot to mention this earlier. Even though if the company is in a neighboring county, neighboring city, for them to actually tow privately or even with our police department, they have to have a city business license, correct?
That's correct. Any business operating within the city has to have a city business license.
All right. Thank you so much. Next, we have city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor and members of council. As you know, the Clemson-Carolina rivalry is one of the largest, the best rivalries in all of college football. We have several members on our council.
Does that mean we're not going to pay attention to the records this year?
Yeah, records out the window.
Oh, okay.
Records are out the window. Still a great rivalry, and we want to build on that rivalry. We have several members of council who've sworn allegiance to different teams.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, I've heard. I know there are a couple Carolina fans as well. I have a number of Tigers on staff, so we do need some more Carolinas with this competition that we're having. We would like to actually collect food items for the Harvest Hope Food Bank. City of Florence is sponsoring this competition. Carolina Clemson, fill your bags, with items, perishable, non-perishable items such as pasta, rice, beans, canned protein like chicken or tuna, as well as peanut butter. And this will be donated to our Harvest Hope Food Bank to help those that are in need there. I've heard from a couple of my members of council who said that Clemson will win. I've heard from Councilman McCall who said that Carolina will win. And I think the winners will be the citizens of Florence. Again, I'll ask that our public donate. Our bins will be right outside on the city center on the first floor. And again, we ask that all Florentines participate to help those that are in need during this holiday season.
What's the over-under? You need cash
5
donations
bags
too,
of
don't you?
rice.
Yeah. Is there a way to make cash donations to instead of actually purchasing the products?
We will. I'm waiting on finance. Certainly, we will never turn down cash donations.
All right. Well,
and we'll go by.
I'll lead with $1,000 donation.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of the Gamecocks.
Gamecocks. Go Gamecocks. Councilman Smith.
Scott, you don't have to pay the referee, Scott.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to wait till the fourth quarter.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Next, we have our finance staff here. I ask them to come forward. Madam Mayor, members of council, I'm pleased to announce that the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada has awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting to the City of Florence for its annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024.
Oh, great.
This prestigious award is the highest form of recognition in governmental accounting and financial reporting. It reflects the city's commitment to transparency, accuracy, and excellence in communicating our financial history. The award recognizes the hard work of our finance department and management team in meeting GFOA's high standards for clarity, completeness, and public accountability.
Now we can clap. Woo! Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
They're behind the scenes and they do all the hard work. And as Glenn often say that they touch every department in the city. We certainly can't run and be efficient and effective with the city's and transparent with the city's dollars without these men and women. So I really wanted to show them some gratitude and thanks for all they do. Thank you.
All right, it's Mayor's report. Tomorrow we will have our Veterans Day, and we invite all to come. It's at 11 o'clock tomorrow. It was supposed to be in the Veterans Park, but because of the weather, the temperatures would be a little colder than today. It will move on the inside. We will be dedicating the Colonel Barry Wingard Monument in the Veterans Park. It's already there, and Alex, who was just honored, did this, and it's a treat. I would invite all of you to come out and go and see it. It's going to be presented in our, amphitheater out there in the Veterans Park. So I won't go too far into this. I'll let George do this, but come on, Florence went nuts. Florence went nuts with the Pecan Festival. This was a really great time, and I can say George worked the stew out of me. Had me passing out maps the whole entire time. I'm like looking at him. They know where they're going. Yeah, but it was a great time. I'm going to pass that on, and we'll move on to committee reports, to business development committee.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you. And I will just tell you that the main thing I was doing is passing the flyers to our mayor, who's standing at the intersection of Irby and Evans, and I was trying to keep her on task because she was spending more time hugging and talking to everybody and visiting. Hey, my cousin here. Hey, my cousin there. I'm like, there's people passing you by. They don't know. Pass out those flyers. Come on now. No, she did great. I want to take my hat off first to Hannah Davis and all of the staff with the city. Mr. City Manager, your entire staff, I mean, every department in the city of Florence, everyone, every part of the city is intricately involved in the festival and putting it on. Even though it's officially put on by the Downtown Development Corporation, the support from the city, we would never be able to do it without that. And I just thank you. I thank all of the city staff that was involved.
How many?
We have a volunteer base of over 200 people that volunteered on the day of the festival. Could not do it without all those volunteers. The sponsors, just phenomenal sponsorship from the whole community. Record level of sponsorship this year. And we ended up with over 50,000 people. I've got the data that was given. There was over 50,000 people attended this year. We had about 280 vendors, and we had visitors from California, Florida, Colorado, North Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Rhode Island, all across South Carolina. And one attendee saw the Pecan Festival on social media and told her friend up in North Carolina to meet her here, and she came up from Tampa, Florida, especially to come to the Pecan Festival and spent 4 days in Florence. She might end up moving here. She said Florence is the most amazing place she'd ever seen. So we're just grateful on behalf, and the economic impact to our community is, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 million, the economic impact of the festival. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we could not do it without all the festival attendees coming. So all those who participate, whether volunteering, assisting in one way or another, or as an attendee, thank you so much. As the mayor said, we went nuts.
Yes.
As far as the Business Development Committee is concerned, we had our meeting on October the 16th. Madam Mayor was with us along with Councilman McKay, our city manager, as along with Clinton Moore and Michael Hemingway. We received an update from Julie Tuttle with Styx Corporation, and I'm excited to say there's equipment out there. They're moving dirt. They're getting things graded. So the long-awaited development of Urban Square is underway as we speak today. Can we have a round of applause for that, please? Thank you. So that was it was a very informative update we received about that, and we also have we received a report from Andrew Agha with about the Gamble Hotel and the work that was done with the archaeological work that was done at the old Gamble Hotel. And I'm also pleased to say that that was the site of the Gamble Hotel is where Urban Square is going. And Julie told us that we were in a position to announce today that the apartments are going to be called the Gamble Apartments after that hotel. Yes. So that was the grabbing hold of the history and bringing that forward is really cool. Other than that, we got an update from the work that's being done around town from both Mr. Moore and Mr. Hemingway, and I think that's the most of it. Is there anything else, Councilman McKay, Madam Mayor? That's all for the report on behalf of the Business Development Committee.
Thank you so much. I failed to mention in my mayor's report, Councilman McCall and the city manager and myself attended the legislative session that was held here in Florence. And this is a report that I wanted to pass out to all of council, and it's some good stuff. We had some good conversations, but you will see it all in there. So next we will have Community and Development Committee. This weekend we did a march and a Reclaiming Our Community March. This Community Redevelopment Committee, Councilman McCall, Councilman Chipper Smith, myself, it was a big turnout. Councilman Pro Tem Jabali was there, city manager was there, some staff was there. It was a great success. The community is excited. We understand that if we are going to see true change, it's going to have to come through the people. Building buildings and building new homes won't change the communities. The people have to change, and they have to have a buy-in. And so what we are doing is getting them involved. And there was a great showing on Saturday. We prepared for 500 people, had cafeteria pots of grits. All of it went. It was nothing left. We just had a really, really, really good time. And I can say that there is still yet to come. We will be looking at West Florence and East Florence to do some even better things in the future. So we thank you so much. Next, we will hear from our Finance Committee.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Finance Committee, met on October 29th. So members are myself, Councilman Brian Braddock, and Councilman Chipper Smith. And our discussions were three key areas. One was standard procedures to document all the community aid under the Good Neighbor policy that was directed on behalf of Councilman Braddock. And it's my understanding that we're working on an internal policy in regards to giving aid to neighboring cities. In addition, we talked about the updates and potential changes to the towing ordinance to prevent residents from being taken advantage of. And lastly, we explored whether the community services funds could support our local nonprofits during this federal shutdown, which we voted upon a few moments earlier. So in a nutshell, that was everything that we talked about, the main 3 key areas. And again, we met on October the 29th, and our next meeting is on, I don't have it in front of me, but we will meet the last Wednesday of the month in December. And that will conclude our report.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Housing would want me to report to you all and invite each one of you. The Creekside Apartments will have its grand opening as indicated in resolution number 2025-45. The next would be for discussion regarding appointments to boards, city boards and commissions. C, for discussion of contractual matters regarding ultra-processed foods. D, to receive an update on pending legal matters. E, for discussion on contractual matter regarding the Palmetto Housing Corporation. F, to receive legal advice on the current curfew ordinance. And G, a personnel matter. What say you?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. We are now in executive session.